Hey everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to do this poolhost.com thing. Hopefully make it a little bit easier, and once we do this we can use it in the future and it'll be really easy. We'll all be registered and ready to go. So the first thing you want to do is go to this poolhost.com, and then up here in the upper right hand corner you want to click register. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a fake one to run you through the whole thing. So I'm going to be George Burns. That sounds like fun. And Spokane. And I'll just go 99205 and I'll make up a fake birthday. And I don't think there's anything too personal in here, so I mean I would just go ahead and do it however you want to do it. And so username will go George Burns, and email address, I have to put in a real email address here because that's how this gets confirmed. This is how you get your temporary password to get your real password. Throwbackmax.com. Now I can decide whether I want to hide my email address from people or receive email pick reminders. I'm going to say no. I understand the terms and conditions, so I click join. So now it tells me that I'm going to get an email. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and check my email, which you can kind of see part of it. Let me show you what it's going to look like. Of course I got a whole bunch of other emails. Okay, so I'll show you what it looks like. Just ignore my other emails. I'll just open it. There we go. Okay, so this is what the email looks like that I just got. Blah blah blah. Here's my temporary password. Write them down. The password is case sensitive. So so what we need to do now is go back to the website here, and up in the corner we're going to type our username that we made, which was George Burns, and then the password from the email, which is right here, whatever they told you. Copy and paste, and then we'll hit go. So then the next thing, it's going to ask us for a new password, and we just need to make up a new password, and this password is going to be the one that you're going to have to remember. The one in the email doesn't matter anymore. So I'll just make one up. I'm going to have to delete this account anyway. Okay, so we do that. Now we're good to go. Okay, so we only have to go through that process once, which is nice. So to get to the pool, we're going to go to User Tools right here on the left-hand side in blue, and we're going to join a private pool. And we're doing a college pool, so click on college pool. And then this is where you put the pool login name and the password, which I sent in the email, which is CR Pool, and the pool password was make MAKE my picks, PICS, make my picks, join pool. Alright, so here we are. So the pool deadline is 6 days and 21 hours when this is done. This is when the first game starts, the kickoff of the first game. Then we won't be able to join anymore or add any more picks. And then I just put a little note here. Okay, so now let's say I want to make my picks. So I just go to make picks right here. And then it's going to have a list of all the games, and the very first game is the Las Vegas Bowl, and you just go through, click, 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 and make all your picks. If you click these little blue and red arrows, a little window pops up that tells you the win-loss record of each team, which is kind of interesting, a little bit of information there. Close that. So to make this fast, I'm going to go to the bottom, and there's a random picks option, which if you're interested you could do that, but otherwise you could just click all your things and hit join. I just did random picks. Okay, so you're all done. Make all your picks. You don't hit join, you hit submit picks, and then you could click on printable version here if you want to print your picks out. Now some of you guys like to do more than one entry, so to do that what you do is you go here on the left in the blue to pool options, and you go down to add a pick sheet. So I click on that. Now I need to make up another name for my pick sheet. So let's say I make up the name George Burns 2. Some of you do that. 3, 4, whatever you do. So I hit create alias. Oh, it can't use a space. Okay. So we'll go George Burns 2 without a space. Create aliens. Not alien. That's funny. Alias. Okay, so now now we're going to go to oh, wait. Get rid of that. Let's go to make picks under pool options again. And now I have two choices because I created this alias. We already made picks for George Burns. Now we're going to make picks for George Burns 2. Select player. And then we have this deal again. I'll go ahead and go through this pretending like I'm making all my picks. It'll take a second, but so go through and make all my picks for George Burns 2. Lots of games here. Tells you when the games are and what time they are, which is kind of nice. Now, the tiebreaker is a little different. It's not Auburn by how many points, it's the total points of the game. And this was just defaulted in this program, so that's what we're going to do. So 62 points, and now I click on Save Picks. And those are saved. If I want to do another one, a third entry, I go to Pool Options, I go to Add a Pick Sheet, create an alias, and then make the picks for that guy. Now on this pick sheet, there's 4 games here that don't have picks. That's because they're not in our bowl, so we don't have to worry about those. And now, notice I've got my 2 things here. I can look at my picks for George Burns, or I can look at my picks for George Burns 2 and print those out. So a cool thing here, if I go to Pool Options, I can look at all picks. Now if I go to all picks, I can see the tournament hasn't started yet, so I can't see everybody's picks, but I can see all the people that have submitted picks. And notice I've got my George Burns and my George Burns 2 here. Once this starts, now I haven't done this before, but I'm thinking once the deadline approaches or passes and the first game has started, we're going to be able to see everybody's picks because nobody can submit picks anymore. And then we could also go to Pool Options and click on Standings. And I'm thinking at that point, as the games progress, we're going to be able to see who's in first and second. It's going to be kind of cool to be able to keep up with what's going on easily. So I think that's the gist of it. And there's a little bit of work to do at the beginning as far as registering, but I think it's going to be worth it as far as keeping up with the pool and having fun following all the games. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email and I can help you figure it out.